So it's been 4 years since we played this, so I figured I'll give you a little just refresher on what's going on. A demon knocked Jean's soul out of her body, and we are going through the underworld trying to get her back, and we found a little boy, and there's a masked man that is chasing after that little boy. So that's about it. That's really all you need to know. I'm gonna pretend like this is the first time I'm asking you this. So you started playing Bayonetta 1, huh? How's that going?
Yeah, I feel like I realized I have played the first 2 to 3 hours of that game like 4 or 5 times and then nothing else. I've beaten the game, I've played through it before, but it's been a hot minute since I have. So I'm excited to get back to it, especially before 3 starts.
I was telling you this the other night, but I genuinely can't go back to Bayonetta 1. I'll play a couple select levels, but I cannot from beginning to end play through Bayonetta 1, just because Bayonetta 2 is so much better.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm excited to get to that full game.
Yeah, finally play it, and not just watch me play it.
Yeah.
I think one of the things, well, two things.
I'm still waiting for this so much. The Panther double dodge.
Oh yeah, it's hard to go back without that. Also, this was funny. I don't think I've ever seen this. What's about to happen to me right here, I've never seen that happen, where I accidentally fell off the cliff and then they're all gone. It reset the entire fight. So
well, damn.
I don't know what just happened there. But yeah, going back to the Panther Within without that is like impossible.
Yeah.
She's so slow. But yeah, the quick time events, because in this game, I have done a full playthrough where I have a gold rank on every single level and a couple platinums on like a few. I tried to do that in the first game, but it cannot be done because those quick time events are so quick that it's impossible to get a good rank on those levels, because every time you fail, you just die.
Right.
It sucks so bad. And I also just don't feel like that game has as many like good weapons that this game does.
Yeah, it takes you a while to get them too. Like I just unlocked the shotguns, obviously on like the very beginning of the game, but they cost more than you typically would get right up front. Obviously, also get good.
Yeah, money is no issue to me in this game. If you look at the top right, you'll see I have more money than I know what to do with.
Oh, yeah. I was happy to get a couple of pure platinums after not playing that game for a hot minute.
Yeah. That's always just a good feeling. I don't remember if when we were playing this originally, I was trying not to use weapons that I haven't unlocked through the story yet, technically. But I just said screw it, and I'm using whips that we don't get yet, which are probably some of the best weapons in the game. I love them.
I forgot about the chainsaw roller skates.
I mean, you could just put the chainsaws on your legs and use them as weapons, but no.
Why would you?
She uses them like she's a car.
I don't know why, but Bayonetta should be the Disney princess of the Cars universe.
Would you elaborate on that?
No.
I feel like this section that's about to happen here is something that would have happened in the first game, but that would have been an instant kill if you didn't like press the ZR button up and then left.
Oh yeah.
1 millisecond.
Also, enemy design obviously was kind of stuck to one thing in the first game for a reason, but really cool in 2.
I like both games' enemy designs. I like that the first game, you know, usually in games you fight like demons and monsters and stuff like that, but you just fight angels. I always thought that was really cool. But I like that in the second one, they're just like, yeah, these are demons and they're stinky and they're red.
Yeah. I do like some really fucked up the angel designs, though, which is what that game is full of.
I will give you $5 if you can pronounce this guy's name without having to think about it.
Carl. Wait, pronounce it?
Yeah.
Well, I lost it, so.
This guy's actually a reference to a boss in the original Devil May Cry named Phantom. He's just a big fire spider. So, I always thought that was pretty cool.
What was that hair thing? Was that a frog?
Was what, a frog?
The hair demon that just came out and attacked him.
I'm unsure. I think it's our own little Spider-Man.
Okay, I couldn't tell if it was a spider or not.
Although Bayonetta should have a frog.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Well, we have all of 3 to find out.
I'm very excited for 3 because it looks like either they're doing Bayonetta 3 but it plays like Astral Chain, or Bayonetta 3 but it plays like V in Devil May Cry 5, where he doesn't actually fight, he uses like summons and you control them.
Uh-huh.
Which I think is very, very interesting. Have you unlocked the Bat Within? I don't think that's something that they ever just like give you. I think you have to actually unlock that.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
I always thought that was a bit of a weird inclusion because it's... If you get hit and dodge at the same time, it negates the damage and still puts you into Witch Time, which to me just feels like cheating.
Yeah.
I know that it looks like Bayonetta 3 is all about like multiverse stuff, and if they somehow put Bayonetta in the Devil May Cry universe, that would be a greater crossover than seeing Tobey Maguire again.
That is, that would be wild. That's not even something I even thought of.
Almost certainly never in a million years gonna happen, but a girl can dream.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep thinking that there's a level that looks literally exactly like this in Devil May Cry 5, and I keep, like, when I was playing this, I was like, did I mix them up? Did I Mandela effect that this level was actually a Devil May Cry level, or the other way around? But I think they just may have copied some homework, I'm thinking, over at Capcom.
Well, it's just, the source material returning to the original source, if you will.
That's a significant power stance that she assumes when she's on those chainsaws.
Yeah. Not since Edward Sullen on that Segway in Vampire Suck.
Glowing endorsement of that movie. I also thought you were going to say Edward Scissorhands, like he would use the scissors to, like, walk.
Yeah. Not quite.
Also, this is probably the hardest level in the game, I would say. So I'm really glad that this was my trial by fire of not playing this for a little while.
Yeah.
And then jumping directly into this one.
Now you know which one to pick back up when Report 3 comes out.
Yeah. Do you do any of the, like, the side stuff? Like, I forget what it's called in the first game, but they have those, like, secret areas where they ask you to do, like, a specific thing and then you can get more health. Do you do those, or do you just ignore those?
I can't remember if I ran into that into the first level or not. I usually try to do that kind of stuff. Just whatever will make the end game easier.
Yeah. This is probably the hardest enemy to fight in the game, but also one of my favorite... Oh wait, no, not this guy. This guy is just annoying. But there is another enemy in this level.
Yeah, resentment is annoying, you're absolutely right.
I resent this enemy, you're right. Yeah, you can see my health bar. I'm just like a pixel shy of having a perfect 2 bars of health. There's one like side challenge that I literally cannot do and have never been able to do and never will.
Jeez. The original, well, not the original, but Doom 2016 had those where like you found stuff on the side that gave you runes, which were like specific power-ups. Like you had to do challenges like kill 20 zombies, but you can only blow up barrels and use that to kill them, or shit like that. And there's a couple of them that are like near impossible.
Interesting. Is that game like? Because when I played it, I didn't think it was that bad. But as it goes on, does that game get much harder? I know you said you like were pulling your hair out at Doom Eternal.
Yeah, that game is just intentionally hard for the sake of being hard. Yeah, I would say so, but very specifically, the challenge lies in the higher difficulties and the fact that the enemies become more aggressive. So, like, they already load the screen with enemies and all of that, but they significantly turn it up in some of the higher difficulties. So, like, at the very end of the game the last boss is pretty crazy, too. But not nearly in Doom Eternal ways. But it does get really hard. I tried to play through it, because I played through Doom 2016 like 3 or 4 times at this point.
Yeah.
I tried to remember what I was going to say. Yep, that was gone.
That's a true challenge.
Absolutely. The last boss in Doom Eternal literally takes an hour to complete.
That cannot be real.
Nope, I swear to God.
I would shoot myself. That's like an RPG. That's like Persona 5. Like, that's the only time where it's acceptable for a boss battle to be an hour long. Is if it's in like an RPG, not in a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. There's 2 phases, and it's a slog. And what sucks is it's actually a very cool fight, but it's a bit annoying to... What are these, Knack enemies?
Yeah, no, we're fighting Knack. This just is him.
Like, seriously, if you squint, and maybe Knack's on... I just watched a video that Knack was in today, so he's on the brain. But if you squint, I'm kind of getting some Knack architecture from these people.
I like how the way you said that implied that, like, Knack was a special guest in the video. Like, Knack himself showed up in that video.
Yeah, it was on his channel.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm reviewing fast food in my car.
Yeah, his video game Fall from Grace after 2 entries really made him have to go for alternative sources of income, we'll say.
Remember that? Wasn't that like a big rumor that Knack 3 was being announced? And everyone was just like, why is this being made?
I want to say that was one of those, like, it was included on one of those fake leak lists, and then people were like, yeah, this is absolutely fake because nobody gives a shit about Knack 3, so there's no way.
You say that, but they made Knack 2.
I know, they made Knack 2 and they didn't make Resistance 4, so where's the real priority lie?
Gotta get them ribs. And Knack
2? Knack 2, Knack's United.
Electric Knackaloo. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, what's up, Michael?
We got a fella here named Knack. Listen, Knack. This is my favorite enemy in the game. This guy rules. He's very difficult, but he's a lot of fun to fight. Now, gamers, don't let his name fool you, because he's very quick.
I was just gonna say, his name's Sloth. He definitely can't be moving slow.
These, I cannot explain to you how much I love using those whips. They, as the kids say, whip.
Nay, nay. They don't say that anymore.
I should have said that. Now, fighting one of these guys is pretty easy, but I think we get a fight later on that literally makes me want to just commit not alive. I
do like the way she breaks the seals in this game with the heart of bullets. Flip that around.
See,
Yeah,
that might be the
balls.
one thing that I like in Bayonetta 1 better.
I was just gonna say I do prefer the kiss better. It's like
Kiss
iconic.
from a Rose. It is very iconic. I was gonna riff off that, but I don't even know where to go.
You just start singing "Kiss from a Rose."
Yeah, that's literally it. These come up often. I don't really care for these. I mean, there's really no reason for me to be doing this, because whatever you get from this, I've already gotten, so...
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing this, other than to show you specifically. Okay, you're in the world of Bayonetta, and you are an Umbran, I don't know, warlock, I guess.
Sure.
And you can turn into an animal to make yourself move faster. What animal do you choose?
Hawk.
Elaborate on that?
No! Small bird, flight, all that kind of stuff.
Alright, well, if we're keeping it in the realm of birds, I'm going to pick a penguin, and I'm just going to slide around on my stomach.
There you go.
King DDD specifically, though.
Yeah, well that's good because most penguins are defenseless, but King DDD is not defenseless.
Yeah, they always say that penguins are a defenseless bird, yeah. This is, like, the hardest fight in the game. I hate this.
This is ridiculous. There's like 3 of these people?
There's 2 of the circular guys, and then one sloth.
And then one sloth.
And I think the other enemy's deal is that they enrage other enemies in the area, so that's why they're glowing red like that.
Oh,
Yeah, this fight, no fun. And it's optional, too, so I did this on purpose. Like, I did not have to come over here.
You like Bayonetta, don't you, Squidward?
Speaking of Squidward, I did see someone make an edit the other day of... It was Handsome Squidward, because Handsome Squidward's, like, pose is the exact same as Bayonetta's, like, idle animation. So someone edited Bayonetta over Handsome Squidward. That was pretty great. There's no way I didn't ask you this 4 years ago, but which Bayonetta design do you prefer?
I feel like over time 2 has grown on me more, but like if you were to ask me most days of the week, I would say 1, just because that's my Bayonetta.
I mean, it's okay to have the wrong opinion, but Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta peak character design. And I really like the Bayonetta 3 design, but I'd like it even better if she had the short hair, like Bayonetta 2 has. You cannot defeat the short hair Bayonetta.
Wolverine.
Well, that too. This is also me trying to remember how the inventory system works.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess in 1, from what I remember.
It's even messier in 2, because in 1 you can just like concoct like lollipops whenever you want.
Yeah.
But in Bayonetta 2, you have to like go to a separate submenu, like in the submenu. It's really strange.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Did you see these people who are putting together? They're creating full colossi from like beta files in Shadow of the Colossus, and they're basically like making other levels that were supposed to be in the game but had to get cut for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I've been following that for like years. I don't know if I knew that they were recreating them, but the beta colossi have always really fascinated me. I always thought that was really interesting.
It's one of those, like, for as much like beta stuff like that I've heard about, I can't believe I never knew that there were cut colossi.
Why, if it ain't Bayonetta, fancy finding a witch like you in a place like this.
Rodin, don't tell me you came here to rescue me, like some kind of knight in shining armor.
Rescue? Do I look like the rescuing type? If you would have kicked the bucket here,
He didn't really change much design-wise, right? Like, he still wears basically the same thing.
Yeah, he's got a little more black in this one. And
Henrik.
No, like on his clothing.
right. I'll go eat.
This part is... I mean, it's fun. It's just a nice big spectacle, but I always want to kill all these enemies myself, but maybe like a couple seconds into fighting them, Rodon just absolutely decimates them, which I absolutely love to see. But it does get frustrating, because you're like, I kind of just want to play the game and not have Rodon steal my kills.
Yeah. It is cool to fight side by side by him, though.
After you finally beat Bayonetta 2, we should go back and play Tag Climax, which would be a lot of fun, which is like the co-op mode.
Oh, sure. I forgot that there was one, so that's even better.
I mean, this is just nonsense what's happening on screen.
Yep, it's that's why Bayonetta really drew me right now. After I finished Tunic, there was just nothing that was grabbing me really. So I was like, I've been meaning to play these. Let me go back, and this is hitting the sweet spot for me.
Isn't Tunic like really chill?
It's really chill, but it's also the puzzle and all that stuff in it is really elaborate. So it's like it's one of those like if you just want to get lost and wander, you can do that. But then as the game goes on, it gets like really in depth.
Yeah, so it's like night and day playing that and then this.
Yeah, very much so.
We're here. And so is my target by the looks of it.
Jean, there she is.
Hold up. You're not seriously thinking of getting between a man and his next payday. Chill, Bayonetta. Don't go shooting up my target, you dig? I need that one intact.
Well, that's it for that level, I do believe. Yep. Nice little jumping back into the depths of Bayonetta 3.
Did you just say our little boy, as in?
I didn't say anything about a little boy.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
You're just hearing things. Although I do think I deserved better than a silver, but I guess I did mostly get silvers.
It would seem.
I blame you, your bad luck charm.
That's
Look
fair.
at that. Look at that previous rank. So good.